Now, in the match last week, I know the difference was Pawelski kind of used a little bit of his size advantage, and he actually scored a near fall, a takedown to the back on Moody, and that was the difference in the match. And Moody wants to keep the match on his feet here, Kevin, as much as he can.
Yeah, he was in on a shot in the first 5 or 6 seconds. Not a pretty shot, but he forced it in there. Pawelski's got the front headlock kind of tied up, tries to shuck it by and bails out. Moody in on another shot, a real nice job. We've got to keep the toes in, and he's going to do it for the 2. So Moody will lead 2-0 with 1:35 left.
Well, it's an outstanding job. He gets to that single quick and gets around that corner. And Tommy Pawelski just got to, dig in here and kind of slow the pace a little bit and get the match to his liking.
Yeah, Moody cuts him, gives him the automatic point, so now it's 2-1 with 1:30 left. Again, you're right, Pawelski's trying to get his hands on him, maybe to slow him down a little bit.
Well, the old adage, when you're going to wrestle a guy that's very quick and very active on his feet, you want to crowd him. You want to get your hands on him. You want to cut down his advantage, which is that distance, and that's what Pawelski's going to try to use some of his better ties here and hand fight very, very tough to slow down those attacks.
He's in on an inside single. Pawelski puts in a good whizzer on him, forces the shoulder down. Pawelski should just bail out of bounds here if he could. Okay, we got a potentially dangerous call. We'll come back to the center.
Ray Epperson right on top of that. I thought the officiating down here this weekend, Kevin, was very good. I can't remember a lot of matches that were so-called decided by the officials, which is usually my barometer for deciding how well the officials are doing.
Now, we do a lot of traveling, and officials in the state of Illinois are top class. They do a great job. And think of these guys. They're down here for 3 days, and they just don't have 1 or 2 matches, or 3 or 4 matches, They're out there all day long, and they do just a wonderful job. Pawelski's got him in the underhook there, tries to get in on a shot, and Moody's at the edge. He's probably not going to be able to score from there, so he pushes him out.
Those are the kind of ties that Pawelski wants to get. He wants to get in there chest to chest, work that underhook, try to slow Nkosi Moody down. Of course, Moody's going to use a lot of motion. He likes that angle there.
Yep, got a nice job of hitting the corner on that. He's got him in his position. He needs to scoot to his left if he's going to score off this. He's trying to get in. Pawelski looking for a stalemate. I think he's locked through the crotch. Has to break his hands now.
Big point in the match. There's under 10 seconds here. Both boys. This could be a break point in the match for either boy here.
Can we get out of it? Yeah, you're right. You give up points late in the match, don't have a chance to score and get them back. It kills you in a tight match. You go to the second period.
Absolutely.
Moody's going to defer. Pawelski's going to take bottom here in the second period. What do you look for him to do off the bottom here? Try and get a reversal to keep it on the mat, or do you think he'll try and get the escape?
Well, I bet she's going to cut him here, which he's doing here, yeah. So, Moody just doesn't want to have the weight or the size advantage at all, and the less time he can spend on that mat, I think the better off for him. That's his game plan, I believe, going in.
So it's 2-2 now. It's the beginning of the second period. Again, after Moody's got in on those early shots, Pawelski's done a great job of countering the shots. And, nice ankle pick. Can't score with it. And real active is Moody, moving him around, trying to get him off balance. Like Coach has been saying, that's what the quicker athlete wants to do. In on a tight carry. And he hasn't scored yet, has to drive and flatten out. Got the takedown, so he now leads 4-2.
Well, he did a nice job there changing up. He's been going outside on that single leg for previous shots, and he hit that high crotch and wanted to hit that carry and came off it. Very nice sequence.
And you just called it. His lack of size on top kills him. He's not tall enough or big enough to do a whole lot, so he ends up giving him the escape. So 4-3 with a minute left, second period. And Pawelski's doing a nice job of keeping his hands on him, but hasn't been able really to see anything offensively. You seen anything he could possibly do offensively to get underneath Moody?
Well, he's working that underhook series, and I think he wants to take that into a high crotch. And if Moody gets defensive about the high crotch, and I think Tommy wants to get him in a front lean position, try to use some weight on him and snap him down and see if he can, get on top of him that way.
Now, Moody did a great job of using the mat there. He kind of stayed at the edge, circled so he didn't get called for stalling. But when he started to get in trouble, he constructively got his hips out of bounds. So they'll come back to the center. 30 seconds left in the period, 4-3 Moody.
again, it's another big point in this match, 1 point match here. And
yep, big turning point as far as the score-wise. 2 points here would be huge for either boy. Moody's now going to have his choice in the third period. You think he's going to go underneath or take neutral?
That's going to be very interesting. It's a 1 point match, and as long as he has the lead, I would think he's going to stay neutral, but you never know.
Well, like you said earlier, his lack of size could hurt him as far as going underneath. Now they are having him choose got him. His coach stood up right away and gave him the positive sign there. Anthony Marcana is his head coach over there, and Israel Martinez would be the coach currently at Lombard Montini. And you said last week Pawelski turned him with something off the top?
Yeah, it was kind of off a scramble situation, and that was the difference in the match. And, again, I'm sure that's what he's looking for here. He's probably going to ride down to close to that minute mark, and if he doesn't get a turn or an opportunity to turn. Now, something that could come into play here is, some stalling calls. And, Moody looks like he's there. He gets it right there.
Just warned him for it because he's just kind of laying there flat on his belly.
So that's another option here that they might not cut him too soon.
Because Pawelski hasn't really had an offensive type of move to score with. But you're right, the stalling call might change the whole emphasis as far as what they're going to do here. We're at 1:15. You can see the clock and things on your scoreboard or on your screen, but every once in a while it'll still remind you. Pawelski's got a great ride. Leg hook, hips are in a solid spot, got the wrist trap, and there's the stalling call for the point. That ties it.
I'll tell you, that's a big call. It's going to make a decision. Usually, as you know, if you're down here by a point, you're going to cut the young man with a minute left.
And now you're obviously going to try and ride him and maybe get the second calling stall here because Moody, he needs to get out of bounds, get a fresh start because he's never going to come up and score.
Absolutely. He's got that wrist buried across pretty deep here, Pawelski. Yeah, he doesn't want to give him a fresh start.
That was how Pawelski's trying to keep his toes in and jerk him back in.
Oh, he made a big mistake there, though.
Should have pushed him out when he had the chance. Now he trails 5-4. We're at 25 seconds, and he's got to start chasing him. Oh, Moody with a great job. Instead of playing defense, he just drove in on a shot. And again, that's just a nice coaching job. He's been very well coached.
Pawelski's going to try to get those hips up.
He gets the leg in. He's got the two.
If he posts up on that arm, it looks like he could come up with this here. This is going to be a real
time.
tough
We're under
call.
5. There's the
he
two
gave him the
5 seconds left. And again, great refereeing there, officiating. He gave him a chance, let him keep moving, and when he got in the position, just a nice start for us there. So Tommy Pawelski's our state champion at 106 this year with a great match.
Great match. Got to hand it to both young men. Nkosi Moody, you could tell he's a little bit undersized here in this weight class, and boy, he just got the heart of a lion there. What a great job.